let's just get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Might as well get the nasty out of the way. I think that we've reached the point. There's been plenty of tweets out there, myself included, Jordan and others, and it's one where it's like, I actually am convinced. I'll just lead it off with the tweet that I said yesterday. I am fully convinced that that Broncos country, the fan base, more and more would have ran Josh Allen out of town. That doesn't necessarily mean that the Broncos itself as a franchise would have ran Josh Allen out of town, but Broncos country would run Allen out of town by the way that they are. And I think that specifically when you look at it from the performance on the field, it is evident. Like it is evident, that the fans, they are spoiled, they are impatient, they don't know how to show patience for one, and it's one where they need that instant gratification like that. And every single thing gets amplified, every single thing gets broken down, and I think that's the nature of the beast, if you will, when there's different platforms and you're going to have different ideas. You are going to have different ideas and different voices of opinion. Where it gets absurdly ridiculous is when there are people claiming and shouting from the rooftops of a new quarterback once again, when we are in the third game of his NFL career. And I think it certainly doesn't make it doesn't necessarily make it any easier with Bo coming in, and the joke is right that he's 30 years old coming into the league. So it doesn't make it any easier that he's older coming into the league, but you're also patient for what the team is giving you patience for. And there's no doubt that the Broncos will be showing the same amount of patience to Bo as they should for, Sean Payton probably growing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The other side of this, Jordan, is the play itself. The play itself, even dating back to last year, like there were some moments where we are still seeing a bit of the same stuff that we'll end up talking about. But statistically, we are talking about a quarterback that put up some insane numbers that if Jaden Daniels did not have the season that he had last year, he would have ended up being probably the rookie of the year. And two, look, the NFL top 100 is not something, that is something you want to put on a resume for sure, but it is still very much viewed by the peers. And it's one where clearly the players valued this season that Bo Nix had last year. So I don't know, but for me, I would rather take the player side of things or even the former quarterback side of things when I'm taking some of the opinions of this. And I think that that's the one part of this. The other side of this too with Bo is that it's like when you have former quarterbacks or quarterbacks who are commenting about the position of Bo Nix, they know a thing or two about that position. And when they believe in that quarterback, I don't know, maybe you should have a tendency to maybe listen a little bit more. And I know that listening is a bit hard in Broncos country.
Yes.
So I think at the end of the day, Bo will be fine. There are still some things that he does need to get corrected, specifically from the early part of the season. And it does kind of stem from the head coach where he starts slow, just like Sean Payton himself starts slow.